Hi guys, I hope all of you are doing well. This is your Nifty Guy. Welcome to today's episode of Decoding Nifty with me. This is the series where we analyze Nifty daily post the market and we form a trade setup so that we can trade the following day with much more confidence and much more clarity so that we already have a plan and we can trade that plan, right? So what we do here is at the start of the video, we analyze what was the plan that we had made yesterday versus what happened in the market today. What trades did we take? How did we trail them? Where did we book the profits? When did we get out? When which place you take the SL and everything. So all these videos will have a lot of learning, not with just with respect of the trading part, but with also the trade management, the psychology of how do you handle the volatility in the market and everything. So watch the video till the very end, and I hope I am able to add some value to your trading. Today was a very good trading day for me, wherein one setup which we had discussed yesterday had formed exactly like that. We'll come to that in just a bit. But in case if you guys like the way I explain the price action setups or the market structure study, how I look at it, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. Also put down anything that you might have to say in the comments box. That would be really appreciable. Right. Plus, again, around the end of this month, I will be traveling for 2 weeks to Japan. So I might not be able to put up this long format videos at the end of each day like I am doing it currently. But what I'll try to do is I'll try to record small format videos directly from my phone and I'll upload it either on YouTube, but mostly on X and Instagram.com. So the link to those profiles are already in the description of this video as well as in the bio. So go check them out, follow them over there so that you don't miss out on any updates while I am away. Okay, so on that note, we'll start with what we had discussed yesterday. So yesterday was a good trending day with a one-sided move which came in the market. Now, as I had discussed before, post good trending day, what we get is a sideways day or a day which is full of volatility. Our first trade plan was in case market opens with a flat or with a slight gap down, forms a negative candle while taking out the previous day's low, and then the high of that candle crosses. We were planning a long trade. Now, something exactly like that happened. The first candle was a negative candle. And as soon as the high of this particular negative red candle was taken out, we saw a good move on the upside. But did we or participate in this particular trade? I did not. Because for me, for this trade to be working perfectly with a very good probability of it functioning, right? So trading is a function of probability. So for this particular trade to have worked with greater confidence, so for me to take this trade, I would have wanted it to trap some people who would have shorted the market at the break of the previous day's low. And then I would have been much more comfortable in taking this trade. So that was the reason I did not take this trade, right? The second trade setup that we had discussed was let the market come to these levels and we will look for a double top pattern around here and short the markets. Now, anybody can go and look at the previous day's video, which I had posted last night itself, post the market analysis, and the this particular pink box that you see around here is the same which was drawn in that video. And as you can see, the market took pinpoint rejection from these levels and gave a good down move. Now I'll discuss how should you have traded ideally and or basically how I had traded this particular setup around here. So market formed on an intraday basis till around this time market was in a bullish price action structure, forming higher highs and higher lows, right? Market formed a top around here, gave a breakdown around here. Now, for some people, this might also be a double top. I'll just draw it. So market formed a top around here, gave a small dip, formed another top, and broke down below the neckline of that. So is this a ideal double top that you should be trading? For me, no. Uh, the structure till here was a higher high, higher. A lower low was formed around here. Now all we needed was a lower high for the structure to change and for us to trade much more comfortably, which happened post this particular move. So this is the double top that I personally identified and I traded, right? So this was the double top pattern which I had traded. So this low was important, and as soon as this low was taken out after this pullback, this is where I entered shorts. The first SL was obviously a little big, but around here, the trade came with a lot of conviction. Why? Number one reason, we had planned this trade, right? We saw this particular zone as a resistance zone from where market can take a resistance and give us a trade on the short side. And plus, we were looking at any bullish trade only above this zone again with the pullback, right? So this was a resistance zone for us. So that is the reason why I tell you guys to always plan your trades and then trade your plan. So market formed a double top around here, just like we had anticipated it to be. And we took this trade on the short side. Now the market gave a good move. The trailing was super easy. First the SL was around here, then it came around here, then it came around here. I exited somewhere around this candle, right? Because the market had had broken down below uh, the day's low, did not breach previous day low while coming very, very close to it, right? Try to understand the psychology here. Okay, why? What was the reason for me to exit my short trade, which I had entered around this level around 11:30 period time? What was the reason for me to have exited around here, right? uh, the selling in markets, they come pretty fast, like fast and furious selling is always seen in the Indian markets or in any market or any instrument per se. So once the market formed a double top around here, market came very close to yesterday's low. Market even breached the day's low for a brief period, immediately reversed back. Now, for me, uh, if the selling has been observed in the market and it is coming very close to a point of interest. Like I told you guys, there are certain points of interest in the market that I look at, like previous day's low, previous day's closing, previous day's high. These are some important points which you need to observe the price action behavior around these points, which meant that okay, prices are not going to go down immediately around here. It will take do some time pass, and that was the reason I exited around here uh, at the close of this particular green candle. Now, this that the after the first trade, the second trade that I took away, I gave a small SL in that. Now I'll explain that trade as well to you guys. So after this particular, when market went into again some sideways consolidation, the structure had changed on a higher high, higher low pattern, and I could see that price is kind of moving in a channel, and I saw this particular thing as a uh, pole and flag formation. I waited for it to break down, which it did in this candle. I waited for a pullback, which came in this candle. And as soon as the low was taken out, I shorted the markets again. As per technical analysis, the length of this should be the targets from around here. So I was expecting the day low to finally be breached around here with this particular thing. And in case if you guys put up the fib of this particular thing, so from the move from the top, the selling that we saw till the bottom of the day, it had taken a rejection from exactly the point 0.5 to 0.618 zone again. So that was the reason I was quite convinced that okay, it might go and test. So there's nothing which is 100% sure in the markets. Even though I had followed all rules, I waited for a closing confirmation below the trend line or below the channel. I waited for a pullback and then I shorted the markets again. It immediately reversed, and my SL, which was just above this particular swing, got triggered. So overall, I am net in green today, but out of the two trades, first trade was gave me good profits. The second trade took away a part of the profit that I made from the first trade, right? So try to understand how am I trying to teach you guys not just price action, but also trade psychology, how I handle trades, what was the reason for me to exit my trades, and once the price hit here around the top of this particular red candle, which was my planned stop loss, I did not hesitate to take my stop loss because my stop loss was planned as soon as I had planned an entry below this low that, okay, this is the swing. And as soon as the market will, if the market goes against me and it crosses this particular swing, I am out of the market because that kind of changes the structure. It would have formed a double bottom with a liquidity sweep around here, and holding on to losing trade for a long time can prove to be very expensive. So I'm going to Japan, and Instagram is showing me a lot of Japan reels right now. And one amongst those reels was that a Japanese philosopher had said that if you get on the wrong train, uh, get down as quickly as you can, because the longer you stay on that train, uh, the more expensive is the return ride going to be, right? And obviously, this is not about trains, right? So this is about stop loss. In case if you feel that you are in a wrong trade, you had taken the trade with some belief, some setup, and in case it is going against you, please get out as soon as you can, because the longer you hold on to it, it will simply going to cost you more, right? So that was it for today's trades. Two trades, one profit, one stop loss, and a good trading day nonetheless. And for tomorrow, again, I think we don't need this particular channel anymore. So if we look at on a daily time frame, as expected, the market had formed a inside candle, which is the halt candle. We were expecting some volatility, so you can understand and you can see the volatility. It is not just a zigzag pattern, but market moving without a trend, right? So here, market made a move up in a with a good momentum, took resistance, fell down with an even good moment, equal momentum, broke down below day's low, then went into sideways. So this is what the volatility looks like. It does not mean that every time it will be only in a sideways or in a small kind of a pattern. No, that's not gonna happen all the time. For tomorrow, uh, see, this is a trade on a daily time frame, which the candle which we established yesterday was a strong bearish candle. Any break below yesterday's low with a pullback will be a good trading opportunity. But how can we time the entry earlier is something which I think we can look at a earlier entry as well around here. We so we'll just mark this. Any long trade, please make sure only above this high. Okay. For a short trade, we will wait for a candle to close, give us a closing below this trend line, and then we wait for a pullback, right? In case if market opens flat, does some time pass around here, again reaches this particular level. See, this level has been tested once. It can get tested twice. There's because there's no new low or no new high which has been formed, so this level remains the same, exactly 0.5 to 0.618 level which we had marked yesterday. Any break below this is a absolutely good short trade. Say, for example, market opens with a gap down, market opens with a gap down, goes into selling mode, gives us some closing below this level, gives us a pullback. We will short the markets around the day's low. But I'm trying to give you guys a early entry so that you have some buffer, because market right now will be volatile for some days. It might again be remaining in the sideways range also for a couple of days. So be prepared. I think for freshers who are new to trading, should not take this particular trade, not the trend line trade, but should wait for the day's low to be taken out or previous day's low to be taken out, and then enter with a small pullback. For people who are experienced and can handle the volatility in this region, can scalp around here with a good candle closing below this particular trend line. See, prices did go below this particular trend line, but did not give a closing. So we want a closing below this trend line, then the pullback, and then once that low is taken out, that is the place where we will plan a short trade around here. And once we plan a short trade around these levels, please be make sure to take your SLs very quickly, just like I did in today's trade that I explained around the around these levels, right? So I believe that is it for some time. We can expect the markets to remain volatile till the time market is in this range. So be prepared for that. Trade light, trail tight. That's gonna be the mantra for some days for now, till the market gives us some more clarity and a clear direction, right? So I think that will be the simple plan of action for tomorrow. And I hope the videos are adding value to your trading. So please like, subscribe, put down anything that you might have to say. And in case you liked yesterday's analysis, drop a heart, drop a thumbs up, anything that you might feel uh, is worth giving your time to, right? All right. So on that note, this is your Nifty Guy signing off for today. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Post the market. My usual sense words of warning. Tomorrow is the weekly expiry of Nifty. Please look at the look at trading. In case anybody who is trading Nifty options, please trade into the next week options of Nifty, which is the May end options. Right. For me, the two trades that I took today were both in the next week's option, which are there. I did not trade in the current week's expiry. That is the rule which I follow on expiry and expiry minus 1 day. I shift my trading to the next week's option. So that will be my suggestion to all my followers. That is just a way to safeguard your capital. You might be paying a little bit extra premium, but that is something which helps you preserve your capital. And I believe that is something which is extremely important in the longer run, right? So I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Cheers. Have a good day.